to Monday Musings with Mo. And let's see, I've got a couple stories already picked out and ready to go. And I think it being Monday really isn't a story, to be very honest with you, but it feels like it's going to be a doozy of a Monday. So there we go. News. Mo says Mondays suck. And done. Alrighty. Well, I don't know who Drake or Kendrick Lamar are, but when are we going to sit down and discuss what the Kardashians have done to, well, entertainment? Let's see. Denzel Washington has bitten his tongue nearly almost half off, and it's affecting his speech. Yikes. Denzel Washington is struggling with his speech after suffering a gruesome injury. During a Saturday appearance on the New York Times The Interview podcast, the 70-year-old actor revealed he's recovering after severely damaging a critical body organ. Quote, I bit my tongue almost half off a few months ago, Washington said. It's affecting my speech, he continued. It forces me to slow down. I have to use it. Washington explained that his health issue has led to complications as he prepares for his titular role in the upcoming Broadway revival of William Shakespeare's iconic play Othello, which also stars Jake Gyllenhaal. I have a line, whither will you that I go to answer this your charge? It is hard because my tongue is swollen, the Academy Award winner said. It has affected everything. Now, Washington did not provide details as to how he injured his tongue or what medical attention he received to treat the wound. However, the Gladiator 2 star shared that he's leaning on his faith to overcome his challenges in the wake of the incident, which is good. I like Denzel Washington. That's why you pray every day, he said. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm here. I think this is what you wanted me to do. Now I'm not sure why, but one can say coincidence and serendipity and all those things. On December 21st, Washington, who is the son of a preacher, was baptized by Bishop James Pullings Jr. at the Kelly Temple in New York City. During his appearance on the podcast, the actor shared that he's taking courses to obtain his minister's license. While reflecting on whether his work as an actor helps people, Washington explained he is only seeking validation from a higher power. At this point, everything I'm doing is through the lens of what God thinks. It's not what they think, he said. I don't know what they think, he said. You got to go down that hole. You'll never want. If you go out down that hole, you'll never come out of that, Washington added. When people say, what do people get from this movie, or what do you want them to get from this play, I always say it depends on what they bring to it. There are some interesting themes in Othello of jealousy, envy, and pain and death. And Kenny, Leon, the brilliant director, he's putting in what he calls the near future. So all of these things, jealousy, envy, it takes on a whole new thing with the information age. Oh God, we're going to get another one of those Mercutio and Tybalt fighting with Glocks. I'm going to go ahead and say that if Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio couldn't make me care, it's not going to work with Denzel either. And there was a lot of push to care about, Shakespeare, the Claire Danes movie. And I was like, well, this is interesting. I didn't think it was like a magical gift given to us by the gods of theater, but, I was a fairly jaded high schooler. Washington also expressed his belief that Gyllenhaal would be brilliant in the role of Othello's nemesis, Iago. He's nuts and I love him, the Tony Award winner said of Gyllenhaal. He's complicated, but he's already got a handle on it. I'm not worried about that because I don't like to learn the lines too soon, he said. I was telling a younger actor who asked, "Why don't you like to learn them so soon?" I said, "Because then I'm the voice I'm listening to delivering the cues to myself. I want to hear it from you. That's going to affect how I say what I say. For me, that works." Othello will premiere in New York City's Ethel Barrymore Theater on March 25th and will run through June 18th. So, I mean, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be interesting. Just probably not going to be my jam, if I'm really honest with you. Because, if I'm going to have to listen to anything in iambic pentameter, I want to have to be getting a grade for it. Well, let's see here. Alaska Airlines slowly becoming the Waffle uh, House at 3 a.m. of America? What is going on here? A viral video shows an Alaskan Airlines flight attendant punching and screaming at a man who attacked a female passenger. Well, I say hell yes if he inappropriately touched someone, man, woman, child, zim, or zer. I'm okay with him getting a friendly little gentlemanly reminder about how and why we keep our hands to ourselves. An Alaskan Airlines flight attendant was forced to repeatedly pummel a screaming man experiencing a violent medical episode to free the woman he was attacking during it, a viral video shows. Now, the disturbing footage uploaded to social media shows the male flight attendant aboard Flight 221 to Portland, Oregon, desperately trying to save a female passenger after the man behind her suddenly grabbed her hair before takeoff from Oakland, California on February 1st. "Let go of her hair," someone is heard to be shouting as a flight attendant tries to pry the man's hands off her locks. Yeah, someone's going to get a little bit of a bite down for that one. When that fails, flight attendant starts pummeling the man in the throat and torso until the unruly passenger finally relents and lets go of the frightened woman, who is helped out of the aisle by other flyers. The flight attendant can be seen pushing the man's face back, keeping him in place as the passenger began howling uncontrollably. I don't know of any medical, like, explosive douchiness syndrome or anything like that, but I'm willing to hear and believe if there is intermittent explosive douchiness, syndrome, we need awareness. Kanye, maybe you know what I'm talking about. You could not only be patient X, but you could be hope for a cure. After the chaotic outburst, the plane returned to the gate at Oakland Airport with the unruly passenger arrested and taken into police custody. The flight was then canceled. Now, Alaska Airlines confirmed that the viral incident occurred on one of its flights, as it commended the flight attendant's quick actions and banned the suspect from all future flights with the company. He appeared to be experiencing a violent medical episode that involved an ongoing physical assault against other passengers and our crew, the airliner explained in a statement. "Our flight attendants' highest responsibility is the safety of our guests and crew aboard Alaska Air. So our crew responded to the chaotic situation quickly and kept all guests safe until law enforcement could intervene. At this time, the guest in question has been banned from Alaska and Horizon due to the nature of the physical assault." Well, I mean, now I will have to see. I know that this is a news story you guys are probably going to want me to cover, but it does seem that he of the absolute, well, he of the subject matter jurisdiction suffered a, well, fairly violent assault in the last week or so. Now, I know that this was fairly new news, so I have seen it being reported, but it does look like Daryl Brooks was essayed and beaten up quite severely in his cell. And I don't think it's going to change his perspective or give him any idea as to what victims actually suffered, what Erica dealt with him, or anything. I doubt it will give him any insight into, how to be a better person. It's it is what it is. There are some truisms. If you put evil, gross, terrible out in every facet of your life for your entire life, life tends to pay you back in your own coin. Now, that being said, I hope that, as with anything, this could be a point where he could learn and he could, I mean, it's going to take the rest of his life to even halfway atone for any of the S that he did, but he could get on that path of atonement. Now, whether that's going to happen or that's just, a Pollyanna bit of Mo trying to get out and have positivity, I don't know. But those are my musings. I will probably stop pushing for Daryl to get shocked on national television in light of this new news, just because I think he'll need to at least go through some physical therapy or something. So that is all of my, musings this morning. I hope to see you with Mornings with Mo, and then we'll be continuing the Speed-ish Petty Express run of Tennessee versus Megan Boswell. Sorry about the delay in that case. My leg does feel like it is attached with multiple sharp, pointy, and rusty spikes today. So, it has not been conducive to catching up on a case. But we will get through it. We will hang out together and, make this case bearable for each of us. Bye, you guys.